Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, distinguished participants. My name is Andika Farooq from University Islam Antarabangsa Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin, Malaysia. Today, I would like to present our paper entitled Challenges in the Implementation of Murabahah Contracts in Islamic Banking Institution in Indonesia. This presentation discusses the gap between the theoretical concept of Murabahah and its practical implementation in Islamic banking. Murabahah is currently the most dominant financing contract in Indonesian Islamic banking. It is widely used because it is simple, transparent pricing, and considered low risk. However, its dominance has raised concern, especially regarding whether Murabahah is implemented as a genuine sale contract or merely as a formal alternative to conventional credit. Ideally, Murabahah should be based on real asset ownership on and genuine sale transactions. In practice, however, many Islamic banks apply Murabahah through Murabahah bil wakalah, where the bank does not fully control or own the goods. As a result, Murabahah often resembles financing in substance rather than trade, creating a gap between fiqh muamalat principles and banking practices. Objectives. The study aims to achieve three main objectives. First, to identify the key challenges in implementing Murabahah contract in Indonesia. Second, to analyze these challenges from a Sharia compliance perspective. And third, to propose practical solutions to ensure that Murabahah aligns with Maqasid Sharia. Research questions. Based on these objectives, the study addresses three research questions. First, what challenges do Islamic banks face in implementing Murabahah? Second, how far do current practices peoples? And third, what improvements are needed to align Murabahah with Maqasid Sharia? This study does not apply hypotheses as it adopts a qualitative conceptual approach. Literature review or framework. From a theoretical perspective, Murabahah is classified as Bay al-Amanah or a trust-based sale. It requires clear disclosure of the cost price, profit margins, and actual ownership of goods. Previous studies and regulatory frameworks, such as DSN MUI Fatwa number 4 of 2000 and PSAK 102, emphasize these principles. However, the literature consistently highlight risk of formalistic compliance and weak supervision. Methodology. The study uses a qualitative descriptive approach. The analysis is based on classical fiqh literature, regulatory documents, and previous empirical legal studies. The focus is on comparing the ideal Murabahah structure with its real-world implementation in Islamic banking institution. Result and findings. The study identifies four main challenges. First, unclear asset ownership, particularly in Murabahah bil wakalah practices. Second, weak documentation and lack of transparency regarding cost and margin. Third, inconsistent interpretation of regulation and weak internal supervision. And fourth, limited understanding among both customers and bank officers. Discussion. These findings indicate the Murabahah often becomes sale-based in form, but financing-based in substance. This supports previous studies that criticize the formalistic application of Sharia contracts. Practically, this situation increases legal disputes, reputational risk, and public distrust. Theoretically, it threatens the realization of Maqasid Sharia, especially justice and transparency. Conclusion. In conclusion, Murabahah remains an important and necessary contract in Islamic banking. However, the main issue lies not in its concept, but in its implementation. Strengthening standard operating procedures, improving human resource competence, enhancing Sharia audit, and educating customers are essential steps. A genuine institutional commitment is crucial to preserve the integrity of Islamic banking. References. The main references of the study include DSN MUI Fatwa number 4 of 2000, PSAK 102, and several empirical studies on Murabahah implementation in Indonesia. Thank you for your attention. Hmm. Slide yang kedua sudah terlihat?
Sudah terlihat.
Oh, oke, baik. Kami izin lanjutkan.
Oke, baik, silakan.
Oke. Eh, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andika Alvaro from University Islam Antarbangsa Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin. Today, I will present our paper entitled Family Risk Protection Through Sharia Insurance, a study of the Indonesian takaful industry. The study examines how family takaful functions as a Sharia-compliant mechanism to protect households from financial risk in Indonesia. Background and context. Families today face various financial risks such as death, critical illness, disability, and sudden income loss. Without proper protection, these risks can severely affect household financial stability. In this context, family takaful emerges as a Sharia-compliant alternative to conventional insurance, offering protection based on mutual assistance and ethical principles. Problem statement. Despite Indonesia having the largest Muslim population in this world, takaful penetration remains relatively low. Many people still misunderstand takaful and perceive it as a similar to conventional insurance. This raises an important question. How effective is family takaful is in actually protecting families from financial risk? Objective of the study. The study has three main objectives. First, to examine the structure and operation of family takaful in Indonesia. Second, to analyze its role in in protecting families from financial risk. And third, to identify key challenges and opportunities faced by the takaful industry. Theoretical framework. From a theoretical perspective, takaful is built upon the principle of tabarru or voluntary contribution and ta'awun, meaning mutual assistance. Unlike conventional insurance, takaful emphasizes risk sharing rather than risk transfer and strictly avoids riba, gharar, and gambling. All operations are supervised by Sharia boards to ensure compliance with Islamic principle. Methodology. This study, this study adopts a qualitative descriptive approach. The analysis is based on regulatory documents, the SNMUI, fatwas, OJK reports, industry publications, and academic literature. The focus is on understanding concept and practices rather than quantitative measurement. Findings, role family takaful. The findings show that family takaful in Indonesia provides protection against major household risks, including death, long-term illness, disability, and income disruption. This protection is achieved through risk pooling, careful underwriting, and Sharia-compliant investment strategies, which collectively enhance household financial resilience. Finding number two, industry development. From an industry perspective, family takaful in Indonesia has experienced steady asset growth supported by regulatory reforms. However, the industry is still dominated by Sharia business units rather than full-fledged takaful operators, and overall market penetration remains limited compared to countries like Malaysia. Challenges identified. Despite its positive role, the takaful industry faces several challenges. These include low public awareness, moral hazard issues, fluctuating claims pattern, limited product innovation, and slow adoption of digital technology. The challenges affect both operational efficiency and public trust. Discussion and implication. The discussion shows that while family takaful is conceptually strong and ethically grounded, there is still a gap between its principles and public understanding. Practically, this implies the need for stronger governance, transparency, and education. Theoretically, it confirms that takaful remains a viable Islamic risk protection model when properly implemented. Conclusion. In conclusion, Family takaful plays an important role in protecting Indonesian families through Sharia compliant risk sharing. However, improvement are needed in public literacy, transparency, governance, and digital transformation. With stronger collaboration between regulators, operators, and academics, takaful can be a more inclusive and sustainable financial protection system. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.